Hey, what's happening, everybody? You're tuning in to Music and Motivation with Chris Davis. This is episode number 154, and I'm recording this on Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022. Hope you guys are having a great week. Hope everything is well, and if finds you unwell, man, I hope that things get exponentially better, exponentially quick. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, happy to be here with y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in. The show does not happen without your continued support, so, man, thank you so much for listening. I've been seeing a recent uptick in people listening, and if you're among that crowd, dude, thank you, the show really started out as for the homies, just for the homies, and by the homies. And that means if you're listening, man, you're one of the homies, bro. So what's up, homie? I hope you're having a good week. Again, I hope life finds you well. Things are going pretty alright over here. I was having trouble thinking through anything new going on recently. I'll do my best, and I think we're going to kind of have more of an informal episode today. I don't know if I'm going to do all my tips and stuff. I just want to kick it with y'all. That's the real talk, man. And, maybe you're watching this on a break at work. Maybe you're watching this at the end of the day, man. If, here to kick it with you for 20 minutes-ish, Let's get a break in. Think about the day. Reflect just a second with your boy, dude. Real quick, take a sip of coffee, hydrate, whatever you do. Smoke them if you got them, Let's see what's going on. So we're about a week and a half away from the Forgiving Tree show at Broadway Boat Bar with Serve Day and Tyler Samuel's project. We're getting pretty excited about that. We got so many new songs and covers to premiere, a lot of new original stuff that hasn't been played on stage before, so not really nervous, more just excited to share it and have a good time. Again, we're playing with two other bands, Serve Day and the Tyler Samuel's project, and I have a few buddies in both, and I've heard nothing but great stuff, so I'm actually really excited to hear them and jam out, So if you guys want a great Friday night, come on down to the Broadway Boat Bar Friday, March 11th, okay? I think I might do some sort of tie-dye raffle, but it's too early to tell. I need to get more tie-dyes before then, so that means a day's worth of work, so I'm not sure if we'll have that. I might have time over this weekend, though. We'll see what happens. If I do, I'll make a big announcement on social media and blow it up. But again, super excited for the show. I'm going to be out of town the last couple weekends of this month, and I'm getting excited for those trips. Those are actually right around the corner, Going down to Piedmont with my boys and bringing my wife, and we always have a great time down there. You can bet we'll be playing some poker, doing a little drinking, and, I would say watching some Blu-ray movies, but I think Farmer or Dan broke the Blu-ray player. That's what it is. Not a big movie guy anyways. I'm a big kicking it, unwinding. If I got a little bit of chill time off of work where I'm not having to be responsible for anything, your boy kicks it. You know what I'm saying? As should you. I used to find it hard to have a nice work home separation. I think about work a lot when I was on my off hours, and that's terrible for your health. It's terrible for your brain. Leave the work at the door. You know what I mean? Come on in, sit right down, baby, let your hair hang down, It's gotten a lot easier, and I thoroughly enjoy my vacations, because that's my ultimate, I made time for this, I don't have to be responsible this weekend. That's tight. Isn't that what vacation's all about? Let's see, what else is going on? I have a couple of friends that are struggling right now, and I'm not throwing any names around. But a lot of people, and if you're not dealing with this right now, you're going to deal with it at some point if you're in college. Got a couple people graduating, or have graduated, or about to graduate, you know what I mean? And it's tough. You've been in school your whole life, and you've had instruction on what to do next and aimed to get, to the next round of where you're supposed to be going. And once you graduate, dude, it's like you have to define the goalposts, right? Which is why I talk so much about writing those little goals out every week, because that helps, and keeping that kind of mentality keeps you productive and heading in the right direction after you get out of college, right? But yeah, dude, it's up to you to determine those what's next, right? And that's scary. That's super scary. And you might have some people get out of college and have a way better idea. In fact, the smartest mofos get out of college and have something lined up from the get-go, and that's okay if you don't, you know what I mean? I definitely didn't. I had to do a lot of searching. I had to do a lot of odd jobs, figure out what was good for me and what wasn't good for me, you know what I mean? And don't be afraid to do a little bit of that, and don't be afraid to take a job that's not in your field, and don't be afraid to take a job that is in your field that you are anxious about, There's plenty of little job tips I could give, but overall, what am I trying to say here? Let me see. Overall, write out them goals, because you're defining the goals after college. And that's scary, but that's what you need to wrap your head around so that you pick a direction to go. You know what I mean? And be hard on yourself. Make those goals a little hard. Make it something you have to work to achieve. Life doesn't come to you on a cushy pillow. You got to really work for it. If you're unhappy that you don't have a job lined up right out of college, you got to work to find one. Finding the job is your job, And this isn't a hark on nobody, man. This is just the way it is. So that's why, again, writing out those goals is so fundamental. When I first got out and, again, hopping job to job, there'd be a couple weeks where I wouldn't have something lined up. And me, I'm always doing small stuff on the side to make stuff happen anyways. So I can make income when I don't have a job. But the real job was finding a full-time gig somewhere, I had my goals every day was like, okay, one day, submit 3 apps. Okay, next day, I have an interview lined up. Do the interview, submit 3 applications. Next day, call this person and this person, ask about an application, do 2 more, you know what I mean? It's a daily thing because that's your job. And as long as you're crossing it off, you're being productive, dude. I love having those, smaller goals to cross off on the daily because, man, I feel like I did some shit that day. Your boy's been killing it this week on crossing those goals off, too, by the way. I know this isn't... You guys are probably going to scoff at this. Your boy set up a bunch of shelves in my shed. Pretty legit, right? I mean, the shed was kind of getting... There's enough room for maybe 2 people in there, and then there was a bunch of shit just laying all over the place. And your boy put in a bunch of shelves, organized the bitch, spring cleaning, right? So good, tremendous, right? So now I got a clean shed, and it feels more like a hang space, and looks classy, and there's a spot for everything, and that's nice. It's nice. Considering I'm not really OCD, guys. I'm not, but I do have some traits that are similar, right? I like to keep stuff clean when I can, and I like to stay on top of mess when I can. If you guys could see the studio right now, you'd be like, you're lying. But no, I do. I really do. Because I know what happens if I let myself go on the not cleaning stuff, it just piles up and you get fruit flies and moldy potatoes and God knows what, Oh, God. Thinking back to college and thinking about those potatoes. I think only KD knows what I'm talking about there, but that's okay. I haven't really talked about anything today, guys. Write out some goals, guys, especially if you just got out of college, man. And if you just got out of college, it's good to write out like 3 to 4 big goals, too, on a separate sheet of paper. You know? And I can't tell you what those big goals are. For me, it was find a job in the audio industry, you know? And when I got my DJ job, I was able to cross that off, you know? But there were a couple other ones, especially like I had a whole lot of wedding planning I had to do right out of college. That was a lot of fun on top of, hey, one thing I can recommend, guys, for sure. Don't get married and be trying to buy your first house at the exact same time. Like, don't be planning your wedding while trying to find a house in the house market. Terrible. Because it's a giant juggle for both. It's like some of the hardest shit you gotta do as an adult. And I don't know why me and Katie decided to take it all on right at the very get-go. Super scary because, again, didn't get out of college with a job lined up. So, lots, I'm so grateful, guys. You want a good tip for getting through today? I want you to count like 5 blessings you got. Okay? Because, dude, I've been doing that a lot. And I'm reminded that my life is so much better now than it was when I was in college, when I first got out of college, Life just generally, and I'm grateful for this. I'm telling you guys out of gratitude that my life just seems to get better and better every year, every month, every week. And I got to look at it that way because if I do, it keeps getting better. Okay, now if I did the opposite and kept thinking life is getting shittier and shittier and shittier, I did that back in college, and it did get shittier. Like, my freshman year was a little rough. Obviously, everybody's first semester is one of the toughest. Sophomore year, one of the toughest of my life. Okay, toughest year of my life. KD will tell you too. Junior year, not super tough. We had a good time that year. I enjoyed my roommates a lot. Matt and Anya, shout out to you if you ever listen to this, man. Love you guys. That was okay, and I still had KD in college. And then, but again, I had that pessimistic attitude. So like every year to me just seemed like it was getting worse and worse and worse. I think junior year wasn't especially great with the grades, but we had some good concerts, and that's what I remember. We had some amazing concerts with that band. But no, nowadays, guys, I try to keep that optimistic attitude, and it really helps if I count 5 things that I'm grateful for. That's what I'm trying to say here with this one, guys, is think of 5 things, man. One thing today, I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you. So grateful for you guys tuning in and listening, because again, this show doesn't happen without your support, without you guys listening in and kicking it with your homie. A couple other things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for this house. When we were trying to get a house, every single house slipped through our fingers. We put bids down on 2 other houses before this one came in, and the turnaround on houses was ridiculous. They were getting contracts put on them in a day and a half, 2 days. So you had to really put you had to decide on the house basically while you were seeing it and leave and put an offer in. That's how it was. If you were lucky enough to get a house viewing. And by the time this one rolled around, it was in the perfect area. I never thought I'd find something in Baldwin. It's in the perfect school district. Not that I have kids, but the retail value of houses here in a good school district really matters. It's very different. Location-wise, perfect. All this stuff, perfect price range. A little over what we wanted, but that's okay. Not breaking the bank. It couldn't have been better. I'm so grateful this house worked out. I'm so grateful for my lovely wife, who's like my best friend and companion in this world. She's always got my back. I'm grateful for her every day. I'm grateful for my awesome friends and family. You know, I know if you're listening in, you guys are Goombas too, homies, friends and fam. Obviously grateful, but my immediate family, I couldn't ask for a better one, dude. I think when you're young, you resent your family, you know what I mean? You don't think they're cool because your friends at school are very different, you know. You don't realize that every household is, you know, very different. So everybody's bringing their culture and you're seeing it's all different. And you're like, man, that's cool, but my shit ain't like that. So you resent them. You think they're cool, you're uncool, you're embarrassed by them, whatever. I think when you finally go off to college or start living on your own and working a job, whichever you do, all respect, mad love, you know, whatever you do, you start to see how other people's families work. And either you realize exactly how fucked yours is, right? Which is fine sometimes, you know. Or how amazingly grateful you should be for them. And I'm part of the latter, dude. I'm so incredibly grateful for my extended family, immediate family, all true players, you know, and every family's got a few problems. I'm grateful that mine is far and few between. And when problems do come up, we all got each other's backs because we all got good hearts. Some families aren't like that, dude. So if you got a good family, man, bless up, dude. Bless up. One other thing I'm grateful for, my awesome chunky kitty. My cat, Oscar, tremendous. Now, he's a little kitty terrorist, and he demands food at unholy hours of the day. But aside from that, he's pretty okay. And he's pretty stinking cute. So, grateful for that little fat ass. You know, I hope these kind of hangs help you have a better day, guys. You know, I'm here to help brighten your day and always here just for support, dude. So if you're having a problem you need some help with or need a little guidance or an opinion, second opinion, hit the voicemail, man. I made sure that I got the right link in the description below. Go to the link and leave a voicemail for me. We'll throw it on the show, bro. Love to hear from you guys. Even if you got a comment, question, concern, need a second opinion, I'm here for it, dude. Whatever it is. No matter how raunchy, too. I don't care. What else? Even though I'll be traveling the last 2 weekends, I'll still have music and motivation on time, I think. And Comedy by Coincidence is going to have trouble those last 2 weekends of March. So I'm not sure how I'm going to cover that yet. But if you haven't been checking out Comedy by Coincidence, if you enjoy this, you will enjoy Comedy by Coincidence twice as much. Unless you don't like the not safe for work stuff. If you're not into like a little bit of raunchy comedy, Comedy by Coincidence isn't for you. This is the podcast for you if you like a good, gentle, hang, kick it. I know I cursed every once in a while. I'm sorry, but that's who I am. And, you know, I'm just trying to be me when I'm kicking it with y'all, you know. But Comedy by Coincidence is me and one of my best homies, Ty Young, my favorite comedian. And I'm so blessed to have him as a podcasting partner. So grateful for Ty as well. There's 5 for you. There's your 5. But go watch Comedy by Coincidence if you need a little change up. You need something to laugh at. We always talk about funny shit. I think I played the Freebird solo on the last episode. I know, and I killed it, so go listen to that if you think that was episode 39 of Comedy by Coincidence. Go check it out. I don't want to leave you guys too soon, so real quick, take a sip of coffee, take a sip of water, hydrate, do what you know, do your thing, or smoke them if you got them, real quick. I'd like to get the Forgiving Tree on to do like a band podcast on here for music and motivation soon. That would be tremendous. It'd be great promotion for us too. But yeah, I'd like to make that happen here in the next week and a half. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And again, if you're in the St. Louis, Illinois, Missouri locale, man, come on out to the Broadway Boat Bar in St. Louis next Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday, March 11th, okay? Serve a Day for Giving Tree, Tyler Samuels Project, 8 to 11 p.m., $10 at the door. I feel like an auctioneer. I definitely am not talking that fast. It's like a slow auctioneer. $250? Aight. $350 going again? Aight. I don't know. Man, love, and respect to everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Great kicking it with y'all. I hope you have a great rest of your week. If you're having a tough one, my heart goes out to you. Try to write out some goals and cross them off. Try to do something for you that makes you feel good, that makes you feel wholly you. And call some Goombas, you know. I love you guys. You guys have a great week. I'll talk with you later. Peace.